Hi everybody, good day. So we will be talking about concepts of ethics in detail today. Yesterday we were talking about what is ethics, what are values, and what is the difference between ethics, values, and morals. All those things we were discussing yesterday. So in today's class we will be talking about concepts of ethics. There are four basic concepts. Number one is relativism. Number two is egoism. Number three is utilitarianism, and number four is deontologism. Relativism means how far we are connected with it. Ego means our own ego level. Utilitarianism means something connected with the usage part of it, implementation part of it. Deontologism is something connected with beauty. So we will be seeing them in detail one by one. Number one is relativism. We'll be talking about it. So how far we could relate and what is relativism, we'll be seeing that. So normally what happens is in terms of relativism, there is no universal standard, and what's happening is what is right for one society might be wrong for the other society. So in this sense, the ethics and morals are relative. Take for example, in almost all the other countries, developed countries, the way in which people live their life is something different, and the way in which people live their life here in India is different. Might be because of the cultural changes, and they feel that according to them, their ethics and morals, according to their ethics and morals, they are living a right way of life. But we couldn't accept it because we feel that that's something different. It is not within our thing. So some no absolutes or limits in terms of murder, slavery, torture, rape, etc. Take for example, in terms of rape and all, in terms of Islamic nations, what happens is they go for a very tough. Um, Immediately, the one who was being involved in the process of raping is being uh, killed in front of public. It is being done in a public way, so that a fear is being created in the mindset of rest of the people. But that and all doesn't happen here in India. Take for example, the recent case. What happened? We waited for so many years, and then um, so that's what is happening in terms of now only the rape people who are being involved in the process of rape were being hanged here in India after so many years. So that's the difference between abroad, that is certain countries, and here in India. So, this is what we mean by relativism. Number two is egoism. Egoism is something connected with our self-interest. So what I would do is, if it is I'm very selfish, and if I am going to do something for my own advantage, then it is being called as egoism. Say for example, recently America, after this coronavirus, they have taken away the test kits which were supposed to be delivered to Tamil Nadu here in India, and they've even taken away a lot of protective equipments which were being planned to be sent to different countries like France and all. So on their own self-interest, America has done it. It is a type of robbery, but according to them, according to this particular concept, according to them, to protect their self-interest and to protect their citizens who are suffering from coronavirus, what they have done is right. So that is what here it is egoism. And ethical egoism is something what a person always will do, and for their own better interest, for their own interest. Psychological egoism is the view that everyone, in fact, always just act from a self-interest motive. All of us are human beings. Of course, we will have a psychological interest, our own interest. We will try to protect it first. And next one is this third part is utilitarianism, which is something connected with on the basis of the consequence what we are going to face in life, and this is what we mean by utilitarianism. So what happens is the benefits of the action will be more than the cost. Means the ethical, it is ethical, otherwise it is unethical. So restrictions against the majority to protect minority is not utilitarian. In the eyes of utilitarian, any action is justified if it works towards the greatest utility. So what happens is it should help when it is helping more number of people. So that is what we mean by utilitarianism, the impact part of it. Utilitarianism is impact part of it. When a particular action is going to benefit more number of people, that's what it is being said. That is a proverb. For the benefit of a nation, a village can be given up, and like that the proverb goes. So if more number of people are getting benefit, then it is better to be unethical to someone or a small group. Nothing is wrong about it. So that is this particular part of it. In order to protect the majority, then probably we can even forego the minority. That is this utilitarianism theory. And fourth one is deontologism, which means beauty. In Greek, the meaning of the term is beauty. So here what happens is your actions are not being justified by consequences, as we have seen it in the earlier thing. That is, for the benefit of majority, minority can be foregone. So that is not being applicable over here. Here it is the beauty part of it. So good factors other than good outcomes determine the rightness of action. So here we give more importance to duty. So that is duty is more important, and we need to perform our duties. So that is deontologism. Not bothered about relativism or not bothered about the consequence part of it. So that is deontologism, where we give importance to duties. Whenever there is a person's duty, the person has to perform it. Then microeconomics and microethics and macroethics part of it. Microethics is, as we all know, that micro means small, macro means large. So microethics is something where we concentrate on the individual, and macroethics where we concentrate on the society at large. So that is what. And in 1993, Dr. George he said that microethics means actions of the individual considered person, whereas in terms of macro, it is a group. In the group might be an industry or a professional or the society. So that is what we mean by macro. And Ladd in the year 1991, he says that micro means professional relationship between individual professionals and other individuals who are their clients, colleagues, employers. So here in terms of macro, problems confronting members of the profession as a group, their relationship to society. Take for example now doctors and versus the rest of the people after this coronavirus. So what happens is doctors as professionals, they say that we are doing a lot of sacrifice, and when a doctor is facing a death because of the treatment being given to the patient, he gets a disease, and if he dies and the body is not being allowed to be cremated, they feel terribly bad against the society, because they are helping out the society to come out of the disease. So that is what we mean by a particular group of professionals and against the viewpoint against a society, or what they feel about the society. And third, Vanderberg in 1995, micro level means individual technologies and macro means technology as a whole. What happens? So technology, how it is going to affect an individual, and that particular technology, how it is going to affect large number of people. Take for example artificial intelligence and other things. Micro level, it might benefit the companies because it is going to help them to earn more profit. But at the macro level, number of people who are going to lose their jobs are going to be very high. And business ethics, we have different types. Number one is normative, number two is descriptive. Normative means what are the norms and what are the principles for the organizational decisions. Macro means what are the norms and the principles for the economic system as a larger part of it. So that is normative, and that is when micro means when it is being considered with a single organization, it is micro. Macro means how that group of organizations which are going to affect the economic system of the country. And descriptive means the core standards of conduct and other things of an organization. Here what happens in terms of macro is the public policy, the laws which governs. So these are being called as macro. The laws which governs the thing is being called as macro. That is what we mean by descriptive. Descriptive is putting in detail. And development of ethics, there are different theories part of it. We'll be talking about the theories right now. The important contributors are Piaget and Kohlberg. So Piaget has come out with a cognitive theory. Cognitive means understanding. And pre-moral period, that is up to 5 years of age, what happens in terms of children. What happens in terms of children when children are playing games, they don't understand up to 5 years, they don't understand the rules and all. They want to win and they enjoy the life. That's it. But at the age, from the age of 6, they try to learn the rules of the game and they try to understand little. So this is what happens after the age of 6, not up to the age of 5. And the third one is autonomous mortality, which happens after the age of 11. People become more autonomous and they can understand, they become more independent and they can understand what are the social rules and how they need to follow. Okay. So all these things happen from the age of 11. So this is what the first theory. Next one is Kohlberg. Kohlberg has come out with 3 stages of moral development. Number 1, he says it as pre-convention morality, which has 2 points. And number 2 is, second level is conventional morality, which has again 2 levels. And level 3 is having post-conventional morality, which is having 2 sub-levels. So now we will be talking about the pre-convention level. And then that sub-level 1 is punishment and obedience. So if you do something good, you will be getting some award. If you don't do it, then you will be getting punishment. This is what happens in terms of schools. And then next one is goodness versus badness. This is stage 2. Here what happens is instrumental orientation. If you follow the rules, then you will gain awards. If you don't follow, then you will be punished for that. Then third stage is good boy, good girl, bad boy, bad girl, something like that. That is the orientation part of it, where you are saying that you want to get approval, you want to please others, you want to get that good name, nice person, something like that. So that is stage 3. And stage 4 is authority and social order. So you accept the social rules and conventions and you try to be a law-abiding citizen. So that's, and final level 3 is having 2 stages. Stage 5, that is the social contract morality, flexibility that begins in moral reasoning. And you also understand that sometimes even laws could be wrong. And the stage 6 is universal ethical principles. That is the highest stage of moral reasoning. And you have your own reasoning. You tell this is right, this is wrong. And so you have belief in your abstract principles, which override all others. That is your life, liberty, equality. You have your own beliefs. So this is stage 6, universal ethical principles. Next one is business and business ethics, which we'll be talking little later.